I want to show you something about my blueberry plants. It's where the fruit doesn't fully develop and it falls off. I just wanted to show you what that looks like and kind of explain why that's happening with my plants. That way you know how to spot it if it happens to yours. So here's a good example. I think it's called just like fruit drop or berry drop. I've seen it called aborted development of berries. You see how like this one here is like nice and plump, and these three up here have kind of stopped developing. Those are not going to develop further. They might get more blue, but they aren't actually going to develop into edible fruit. Over here is happening again. These two are small and these ones are nice and plump. Here's another example of one further along. You see how those have actually like, it almost looks like they have ripened, but see when you touch them, they come right off. But this one here, this one still looks nice. And again, more examples up here. So I mentioned before that these bushes have survived a lot. I'm actually pretty impressed that they are producing berries at all. When I Googled this, it turns out the plant is currently, you see how stressed it is? It doesn't have nice green foliage. It has this foliage that's showing it's stressed. And I'm not surprised because these bushes have been through a lot. I'm impressed they're doing as well as they are. This is more the type of leaves that you want to see. So when it's not doing very well, it gets worried about its resources and it conserves resources by aborting the berry development. So the berries are obviously the blueberry bush trying to reproduce, and it's like, well, surviving is more important right now than reproducing. That means that we're gonna get fewer berries. Now, something that a lot of people do is actually take the blossoms initially. You know, if you get a new plant, then they take the blossoms so that the plant can drive more resources into building up a good root system. Let me show you a few more over here. I knew that was the conventional wisdom, but the way I tend to do things is I want to know the reasons why things happen. And if the worst that can happen is that I lose some berries and my bush grows a little bit slower, while I get to learn firsthand the consequences of going against the advice, then I'm okay with that because I personally enjoy learning how to garden, like learning the whys of everything. I still expect to get some nice fruit from here considering that a lot of these berries are looking pretty plump, but it's not the kind of harvest that I would be expecting to get if these bushes had been taken better care of. Okay, here's an excellent example here I want to show you. So all these small ones, and yet there's this nice big plump one right here as well. So the bush is kind of deciding which ones are worth its while and which ones are not. Here's a different variety. And this bush, look at, I mean, this bush is in a very, very sorry state, but it's still trying. You see, yeah, it has some that are likely to get to the full edible stage. Obligatory, annoying subscribe message. Please subscribe!